Chapter 24, the first. This chapter is updated by novels.pl. Shortly afterward, the sergeants who had gone to count the number of savage beasts that were hunted down in King Mount arrived back in the Royal Colosseum. The burly general, clad in silver-killing armor, handed over the booklet containing the results of the assessment to the Yunwu Commandery Prince. He accepted the booklet from the general and took a quick glance at the results. His eyes were drawn to a name at top of the list. Gradually, a glimmer of a smile formed on his face. He said, "Chqiane, why don't you announce the results of the King Mount hunting assessment this year? The first place warrior will be awarded a heavy bow." The Yunwu Commandery Prince then passed the booklet to Chqiane. When the young warriors in the Colosseum heard that the prize for the winner of the second assessment would be a heavy bow, they became excited. The heavy bow was classified as a fourth-class genuine martial arms, worth more than 10,000 silver coins. To a young warrior, getting a fourth-class genuine martial arm was an honor. In fact, the heavy bow meant a lot more than just a valuable weapon. When the Yunwu Commandery Prince was young, he had won the King Mount hunting assessment and had been awarded a heavy bow. Who was going to be the winner of the King Mount hunting assessment? The killing armor-clad general opened the booklet in his hand. He looked at the warriors in the Colosseum and said, 43 warriors participated in the King Mount hunting this year. 2 of them died and 9 failed the assessment. 32 warriors successfully hunted down a savage beast. The general announced the rankings starting from the bottom. Ranking 32nd. Situ High of the Situs. He hunted down an inferior class level 1 savage beast, a lightning rabbit. Ranking 31st. Ranking 14th, the 6th Prince, Zhang Mi, hunted 4 inferior class level 1 savage beasts, 3 brute bulls and 1 lightning rabbit. The 6th Prince frowned after hearing his result. He thought hunting down 4 inferior class level 1 savage beasts would put him in the top 10. He looked disappointed. "I never expected it would be so competitive this year," the 6th Prince said while looking at Zhang Yuochen. All of a sudden, the disappointment left his face. Rather, he had a hint of a smile. The 6th Prince looked down on Zhang Yuochen, just as everyone else did. He believed that Zhang Yuochen was one of the 9 warriors who had failed the assessment. Harassing Zhang Yuochen always made him feel better. He knew there was at least one person in the royal family who ranked lower than him. The general continued, ranking 10th, Lin Tanwu of the Lins hunted down 5 inferior class level 1 savage beasts, 4 brute bulls and 1 lightning rabbit. Brute bulls and lightning rabbits were both savage beasts of the inferior class level 1. Yet, the results obtained by hunting down either brute bulls or lightning rabbits was certainly different. The general went on, ranking 9th, Gali from the Gus captured 5 brute bulls. Ranking 8th, Bai Wanli from the Bai. He hunted down 6 brute bulls, 5 of which were killed with thunder arrows. The 6th was killed by a martial technique from the Bai, the Slaughter Fist. It is a mid-class martial technique of the human stage. Ranking 7th, Lin Ningshan, also of the Lins, captured 1 savage beast of the medium class level 1 and 4 from the inferior class level 1. Lin Ningshan was quite satisfied after hearing her result. After all, she was only 15 years old and this was her first time joining King Mount Hunt. Her results fully demonstrated her talent. She held her head up high and looked down on Zhang Yuochen, just like the 6th Prince Zhang Mi had. "This is the first time for both of us to participate in the King Mount Hunt. Yet, he didn't hunt down any savage beasts. This is the difference between us," she thought arrogantly. Lin Ningshan's performance definitely impressed the crowd. People started whispering, "The daughter of Lin Fengxian is absolutely outstanding. She hunted down a savage beast of the medium class level 1 at the age of 15. How talented. She is going to have a wonderful future. Give her 2 more years of practice. I'm sure no one will be able to compete with her in the year-end assessment." Whoa! Suddenly, there was a gasp of amazement outside the Colosseum. Some of the warriors looked disdainful, such as Situ Linjian, the number 1 genius of the Situs, as well as the 5th Prince, and Zhu Kai. All 3 of these warriors had cultivated to the final state of the Yellow Realm, which was the most powerful skill level. All of them were competitive enough to be the hotshot winner. Ranking 6th, Zhu Hongqin from the minister's mansion hunted down 2 savage beasts of the medium class level 1. Ranking 5th, Luo Cheng from Zenan General Mansion. He hunted 2 medium-class level 1 savage beasts and 1 inferior class level 1 beast. Ranking 4th, Zhu Kai, also from the minister's mansion, captured 3 medium-class level 1 savage beasts and 2 inferior class level 1 beasts. Zhu Kai was quiet and vacant when he heard his result. He could not believe he did not make it into the top 3. He thought he would have been first or second. "This is absolutely miserable," said Zhu Kai, with a cold-blooded look in his eyes and his fists firmly clenched. The 5th prince and Situlingian smiled grimly when they heard Zhu Kai only came in 4th. They knew the chances of either one of them winning the prize were higher since their strong competitor was not even in the top 3. Yet, their smiles soon froze. Ranking 3rd. The 5th Prince Jiang Minutes hunted down 4 medium-class level 1 savage beasts and 1 inferior class level 1 beast. Ranking 2nd, Situlingian from the Situs hunted 5 savage beasts of the medium-class level 1. Ranking 1st, and the winner of King Mount Hunt is the 9th Prince, Zhang Yuochen. He hunted down 1 savage beast from the superior class level 1 and 2 from the medium class level 1. After the announcement of the top 3 of the competition, every single person in the Royal Colosseum was completely shocked and speechless. They all stared at Zhang Yuochen. They could not believe that he had beaten all of the strongest warriors in the commandery capital. Within a second, the whole Royal Colosseum became a cacophony. "Oh my god!" The 9th Prince hunted down a superior class level 1 savage beast. You know, every single one of the savage beasts of the superior class level 1 is as powerful as the highest of the Yellow Realm warriors. He has just reached the dawn state of the Yellow Realm. How did he manage to do that? This is amazing. In just 3 months' time, his prowess has enabled him to hunt a savage beast of superior class level 1. How incredible is this? In the Royal Colosseum, a lot of people were stunned and bewildered. In the last 10 years of year-end assessments, only the 7th Prince was able to hunt down a savage beast of superior class level 1. Now, the 9th Prince had become the first warrior to capture down a superior class savage beast in a decade. The Yunwu Commandery Prince was ecstatic. "Shqian, get me the heavy bow now. I want to hand it over to my 9th son myself," he said, overjoyed. "Wait." Zhang Yuochen walked out among all 43 warriors and said, "Hunting down the superior class level 1 savage beast wasn't just my work. The 9th Commandery Princess and I both hunted it down together. I can't take all the credit." The 9th Commandery Princess also walked out and stood next to Zhang Yuochen. She added, "Father, I would not have made it through the King Mount Hunt without the help of my 9th brother. He saved me from the savage beast's claws. In fact, I didn't help much when he killed that superior class savage beast. Ha ha. My 9th son, who should I give the heavy bow to? You tell me." The Yunwu Commandery Prince was even more pleased when he saw Zhang Yuochen and Zhang Yuxi were both humble. Zhang Yuochen responded, "Father, please give the heavy bow to my 9th sister. I'm good at fighting with a sword, not a bow. I may not be able to fully master it." Zhang Yuochen did not wait for his father's approval. He grabbed the heavy bow and handed it to the 9th Commandery Princess. "Yuochen, why?" The 9th Commandery Princess was completely flattered. Although she really wanted the heavy bow, deep down in her heart she knew that the bow did not belong to her. Zhang Yuochen casually replied, "You deserve it. Without your help, I wouldn't have been able to kill the green fire deer. Besides, we still have to fight in the martial arts competition. If I win the competition, the prizes will be even better." "Well, if you insist. When it comes to the martial arts competition, you have to put forth all your effort to win. With your ability, I'm sure you will easily go into the top 5. The 9th Commandery Princess received the heavy bow joyfully. She gently stroked the black bow with her tiny, soft hands. Words could not express how pleased she was. Zhang Yuochen had good reasons to give the heavy bow to the 9th Commandery Princess. First, she was there to help when he killed the green fire deer. Also, he wanted to befriend the 9th Commandery Princess and turn her into an ally. Zhang Yuochen and concubine Lin were isolated in the palace. Even though he had demonstrated some of his power, the distance between the real warriors and himself was still too great. Having an ally would surely improve their position. The third round was the martial arts competition. Only warriors who had successfully hunted down savage beasts were eligible to enter the third round of assessments. The top 5 competitors would receive a huge prize. They would be allowed access to the Savage Gods pool for skill practice. The winners' rewards would be even better. Therefore, every warrior who entered the third round was extremely fixated on the martial arts competition. The 5th prince groaned and said, "My 9th brother, you are definitely mysterious. Let's see who is the best in the drill ground." Zhang Yuochen responded courteously, "If I do come across you in the drill ground, I'm afraid we will have to fight." Zhang Yuochen felt someone's eyes on him. He looked up and saw Lin Ningshan standing far away. Lin Ningshan was certainly beautiful. Her delicate features, glistening red lips, slender body, and long slim legs always stood out in a crowd. She had not anticipated the speed with which Zhang Yuochen's skill would rise in just 3 months. He was even able to kill a superior class level 1 green fire deer. Although she was one of the people who looked down on Zhang Yuochen, she respected what he had achieved so far. Yet, she had reached the realm of sword following the heart and attained the low class of spiritual sword technique. If she had to fight against Zhang Yuochen in the drill ground, she was confident that she would defeat him. Those who finished in the top 10 of the King Mount hunting assessment would enjoy the advantage of skipping the preliminary contest and going directly to the second round. The other 22 warriors would need to fight against each other head-to-head, and the top 6 competitors would enter the final. Altogether, 16 warriors would compete in the second round. After 4 hours, the preliminary contest had finally come to an end. 6 warriors, including the 6th prince and the 9th commandery princess, had made their way to the next round. The 6 winners, along with the top 10 in the King Mount hunting assessment, proceeded to the next round. Without further ado, the final tournament now begins. Round 1, the 9th commandery princess, Zhang Yuxi, versus Lin Ningshan of the Lins, said the armor-clad general. No one expected that the first round would be a battle between the two beauties in Yunwu City. It definitely intensified the entire competition. Everyone in the Colosseum was longing to watch this fight.